welcome. This is Erica Glessing, and you're joining me for the Erica Glessing Show, where you receive 8 minutes of inspiration. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need more than 8 minutes to just receive the gifts of this guest. Her name is Jane Grodem, and she's a consultant for KonMari, which helps you get, I guess, tidier, but I think it's different than that. So welcome, Jane. How are you today?
It's such a pleasure to be here, Erica. Thank you for reaching out.
So what drew you to the work of
Marie Kondo?
Yeah, that, and just like finding a lifestyle with your home, because for me, with 3 teenagers, I feel like it's an uphill battle for me to try to keep things sorted.
Definitely. I come from a lifetime of always being the tidy one in the family, and organizing people around me, classmates, teachers, classrooms. I probably really annoyed a lot of people, but it's been something I've done all my life. And I have two teenagers too. One's actually 21 now. And one of the reasons I was attracted to the KonMari method was because it really talks about only working with your own things, not dealing with everyone else's stuff, and really thinking intentionally about what you own and what you have around you in a way that makes you at peace with other people's stuff. Because everybody should have their own spaces that they are in charge of. And by me organizing my kids' stuff all the time, I really wasn't giving them ownership of what they wanted to have in their world.
I give my kids a lot of ownership.
Well, that's good. You're a good mom, Erica.
I don't know.
I was always organizing my kids' things, and I don't think it helped with a bond of trust. And so once I started doing the KonMari method myself, it liberated me from having to do that, which was kind of freeing. So it was a very attractive method for me.
So if we're just like a pig pen, like if our natural personality is a pig pen, which means basically, like my mom's motto was, if it's really bad and the house is dirty, take my glasses off. That was what I was raised in.
Yeah, I know. We all come from really different. Yeah.
Where does one get started?
So when you come, it's tricky because we all were raised in different households. Like my mom was always the one that was trying to stay organized. She always wanted it to be perfect if people were coming over, which was really hard on us as kids. Like if I wanted to have someone come over, sleep over, I would have to be in charge of making sure everything was clean. And that was a lot of work for a kid. But to start as an adult, all you have to do is really think about what you want your home to be like. What do you want to smell and feel when you walk in your door? And making some intentional decisions about that is a great way to start.
Nice. And then tell me about like a success story. Like what's something that happened that was just so awesome where you worked with someone and something really changed as a result?
Oh, time and again, I have clients that have had life-changing things happen for them. I had a client who was really struggling to have peace and harmony in her relationship with her husband, because her stuff was totally taking over their home. And he was naturally tidy, she wasn't. But she just had a volume that she needed to get under control. And once I worked with her and got her to really think intentionally about everything, every category, it changed the mood of her house, the energy of her home, and a relationship, because she was able to get back into an order that he could coexist with. And it was, it happens the other way too. Sometimes it's men who need help getting organized because their stuff is taking over. So when giving people that empowerment to be able to make these decisions and coexist with their partners is really very transformational.
Tell me that, you were trying to explain that to me in our pre-chat, and you were talking about you don't change, like you don't try to do like one whole room. You do it like you organize your books or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You don't tidy by room, you tidy by category. And that's an important part of this method, and it differentiates it from normal home organizing, in that you bring everything together in one the first category is clothing, and you bring all your clothing together from everywhere, from your car, from your closets, from your, everywhere. And then when you look at everything as a collection, you think, wow, I have a lot of clothing. I really need to be intentional about how much I have and what I can take care of and what I can honor. And I think this is a little too much. A lot of times your brain kind of kicks that into gear and you're like, oh, I can make some decisions now. And if you would get, yeah.
Okay. What if it were books? Because I don't have very many clothes.
Books.
So
Yeah,
it's
okay.
really easy for me to keep my clothes organized because I just don't have very much. So it's very easy. But with books, like I hoard books. So I have books and books and books. I have books in my room. I have books in my bedroom. I have a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf in my bedroom. I have books in the garage in boxes. I have, I mean, really everywhere I look, I have books, and I don't really use them all anymore.
Yeah. Well, now, you're an author, so I can see how books spark joy for you.
Right.
And they're your livelihood, and they're part of your way of expressing. So with books, it's the same as with clothing. You gather all the books together. Literally, we would bring we bring the books from your garage, we bring them out, and we would one by one make decisions about how that book makes you feel right now, thinking about your current and future life. Sometimes we hold on to books just because we're not even thinking about it. But sometimes it's totally valid to keep with confidence. And I think a lot of the misunderstandings around Marie's method in the last few weeks have been about people thinking, oh, she wants you to get rid of everything. No, she wants you to be intentional about what you love and what gives you joy, and keeping the things that do and taking good care of them.
Yeah. How fun.
So it's all about choosing joy.
So I noticed your website is Spark Joy Bay Area. That's pretty cool. And how else can we reach you and find out more?
Actually, I'm going to be at an event at the Allied Arts Building on January 31st. I'm not sure if this will air before that. And I'm available there. Also, you can reach out to me on my website, sparkjoybayarea.com, and reach out to me to set up a free consultation.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for coming. It was great talking to you, Jane.
Yeah, it was great talking to you, Erica.